Libra, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Libra. Happy birthday to you. And many more, and many more, and many more, and many more. Hey, Libra. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to White Crow Tarot. Libra. So I decided this month that I was going to basically not read for anybody. Then I'm like, you know what? I can't do that to Libra, not on their birthday month. And I myself am a Libra, sun in Libra. So we gotta read. We gotta get some energy out. Today, guys, we are looking at the energy of the divine feminine and the divine masculine Libras. So, then this is for Libras, obviously any placement, wherever you have Libra in your chart. Don't feel relegated to one aspect of your chart. Please never do that. For me, sometimes I often find my sun sign hardly ever resonates with me. No, a good bit of the times it does, and it depends on the reader too, who's reading, but, you know how it goes. Or I can find I'm more in my masculine energy than my feminine, and that's also, there's a lot. Okay. That's partly what some of you guys are going through, needing to go through. You may find today that you resonate with both parts 1 and part 2 of this. So we shall see. We are going to look at... I've been battling myself all day, or the last 30 minutes or so, just trying to figure out, am I going to read for the masculine first? Or the feminine first? What does the energy want to do? Masculine or feminine? We're going to decide that right now. I can't do that way, because I know what they are. You know what? This is that Libra thing that is really going to mess us up. Already messing our reading up, Libra. I'm sorry. Maybe that partly happened with some of you guys. You feel like something was messed up. Also, I'm getting the energy of reconciliation for the Libra community right now. Reconciliation. Knowing what's your energy and what isn't, to Libra, not carrying what isn't yours, okay? I think some of you have been doing that. And when I say doing that, I'm not trying to poke at you. It is the energy I know that we're working through today, because for Libra, there is a need to reinvent yourself, or as many of you are trying to do that, or also to reclaim sovereignty over yourselves. Your creative execution, your projects, your work relationships, your relationships, period, in general, with your partners and your spouses, or even your children. Your children are a big topic right now, the relationships with our children. And responsibility, and parental roles, and how are we accepting responsibility? What kind of things are we taking on? I'm feeling that for Libra really heavily right now. But in general, it's also about how do you want to approach your life Libra? What kind of example do you want to lead moving forward? I feel like you've taken on a lot of responsibility for people, that it's kind of their weight to bear now, if you know what I mean. You took on a lot of responsibility, Libra, and you either weren't appreciated for it, you weren't compensated for it, or not that you were expecting that. And again, many of us are, whatever you want to call it. We're earth angels, we're light workers, empaths, starseeds, whatever you want to call it. We're here to do the work. The work is what's important. That's the only reason I will continue showing up to my channels, because I know that there are messages out here for people that people need to hear. And if I can do my job and my service by providing the message, and if there's something that anyone gains out of this, that's really all I need. But I won't do it at my expense of showing up for people who are not willing to show up for themselves. So, Libra, you know what that looks like in your life, or you need to. You need to identify where are you showing up for people, where they are not showing up for you. I think this eclipse season has certainly brought a lot of that into perspective for many of us. It's been an interesting few days of our birthday season. Not bad, but it's just interesting, Some of you are dealing with some people who are now carrying the weight of whatever that could be. At 333 on the clock for me, it's relationships, right? Yeah, our inner circles, divine really coming through. Whether that's work, whether that's relationship, this could even be past relationships, people needing to carry the burden of their choices. And that includes you. Whatever choices you feel like you've made that you've needed to sit with for a while, Libra, whether that was choices in the past that even created your own stagnancy in where you are now because of choices you made at the time in relationships or partnerships or business ventures, whatever that may be. You're owning that. I think you are. I think many of you are. You're just owning it. And it's like, you know what? I kind of got myself into this and I need to get myself out of it, if you know what I mean. I need to just sit here and own it and work through it. Figure out what's it going to do for me? What am I learning about this and about myself that's going to propel me into the next phase of my life? Because it is definitely a new phase, Libra. I think you're just trying to give yourself a fresh, clean start. A clean slate. And coming at this or something or life in general with your energy first, not everyone else's. I think that's important, Libra, for you right now. I know, because I'm looking at a lot of your energy too at the moment. For the feminine, we have, from the Aradia deck, we have Creation and Strega, which we're going to get into. And from the for my masculines, we have Hades and Thoth. We're going to talk about it, guys. We are going to talk about it, for sure. I've also pre-pulled oracles, for some of them from the same decks, but all this energy wanted to be seen for you guys today. So, holy crap. We're going to see how we're going to get through it. There will be some reading. A lot of reading, because I want you guys to hear the messages of these cards. That's the only reason when I do a really deep dive in depth like this, I want you to know the deeper meaning of these cards that we're using, because I only use them when I feel like the energy is really necessary. Especially when maybe there's a lot of internal healing going on and I feel like it benefits not only me to hear it, but you, the audience, to receive it. So, a lot of reading today, plus the tarot, of course. Can't we have a tarot channel without the tarot? So we're going to look at the energy, we're going to interpret the energy, and we're going to try to learn more about it ourselves today, Libras. So pick your section. Time codes, of course, always in the description. We're 10 minutes in, and I'm still talking. This is just the the intro, guys. So, here we are. My name is Ebony, by the way, for anyone who is new. We're going to look at the general overview energy first, and then move individually into... Alright, feminine screaming at me. So we're going to do the feminine first, and then the masculine. And then the masculine. Ladies first, I guess, today. Ladies first. The feminine first. You know why the feminine's first? Yes, many of you do know why the feminine is first. The Empress is first. It takes a lot to create things in this world. I think we know that. It takes a lot to bear the weight of our creations as well. But you're doing it with intent. Okay, Libras. I'm feeling, believe it or not, I'm feeling a lot of Gemini on your reading. I know this is for Libra, but there's Geminis involved here. There are twins involved here. Twins. Duality. Duality is involved here, Libra. Both sides of you. Where are you in duality? Where are you trying to gain back in balance with your scales, okay? Parts of you are dipping into shadow, parts of you are dipping into your light. You may also find that you feel in between worlds where that's concerned. Your choices. You don't know what you want. You don't know who you want. No, I think you know who you want, or for the most part. But you feel there's a heaviness to it. There's kind of a guilt to it. Wanting what you want without feeling guilty for wanting what you want. Yeah, we're getting through that. Okay. I don't know who that's for. I have to tell you what comes through. This is the agreement we all have with Spirit. When we're channeled, it has to come out. You interpret however you see fit. General messages only. Take what resonates. Leave what don't. Wise one. The energy you are in. We have Fox Spirit. I think you've been in this energy for a little while, Libra. We have the Traveler and the Trader. Traveler and the Trader. That's a lot of energy. All at once. Underlying, we have the Shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. You are changing. You have a choice, Libra. You could be everything. Some of you are literally like jack of all trades. You can take on any of this energy. You're not relegated to one thing. You never have been. I feel that, actually. You are the shapeshifters of my crew here. Those of you who... You're all of it. You're the dark, the light, the shadow. You go in between the worlds. You are respected in between both worlds as well. I feel that too. Very much. You command both of those presences. You command it because you have to rule over it. Light, shadow, life, death. You can walk in between those worlds, Libra. Mm-hmm. You have the power to shapeshift into whatever you need to be when you need to be it. Okay. With the wise one here, grow within your current situation. You're gaining knowledge. There's something you are gaining knowledge about right now. You could even be consulting with the wise one, but you feel you have this knowledge within you, Libra. You have this old, wise knowledge. You may even work heavily with crows, ravens, and owls at this time. I'm feeling Athena with you a little bit. I'm also getting Hecate. Hecate always comes through for me, especially, but yeah. Wise situation. Now, with the fox spirit here, this clever Clever fox spirit. Trust your talents in changing times, Libra. There's something you're reinventing about yourself. Could even be a public appearance, something online that you do, work that you do. You're finding that you have to be clever where others have tried to be clever with you. Not necessarily tit for tat, but quid pro quo, so to speak. Not tit for tat, Libra, but quid pro quo, okay? What you give out, you know, returns to you. But again, I don't feel like this is the lesson you're learning. Like so many of you, you're way past this lesson. It's not that. It's just, you need to know that you can rely on yourself and not feel guilty for relying on yourself. If there's something you want to do alone, do it. Take the time to do it. Command your space back. Command your time back. You may need to. You may have to. For a while. Not forever. For a while, you know. Times are changing. So, flow. Flow with where you're being led to go right now. Conceal your energy. Okay? Maybe we'll get more with the fox. Now, the traveler is telling you, move in a new direction, right? And she does so with a cloak on, a shield of protection. Some of you are very much like my gypsies out there. You go where you're needed. There's a pilgrimage happening. Moving in a new direction, taking your talents with you in a new direction. You're not giving up. You're taking it with you in a new direction. I think some of you have done that already too. It's like you've taken all the talents that you've learned, the wise knowledge that you have and have learned, the skills that you have for survival, yeah, with the fox spirit here, and you're going in a new direction. Traveling abroad. Maybe some of you are traveling, you're wanting more world knowledge at this time. It's coming for you. It's coming up for you. If you're not already doing it, this is part of what you're here to do, and you're meant to maybe even be, some of you, I'm getting like a traveling tarot is some of my fellow tarot readers who watch me are wanting to do this. Like, so some of you do this, like you travel in tarot or something like that. That's really cool, by the way. But for those of you who are not, you don't have to do tarot. It's just whatever artistry that you do. It's more like maybe you're going on tour, world tour. You're working. You know, I'm feeling also higher energies with this one, Libra, especially with the trader, the goods and services, exchanging energy to create abundance. The people that you're connecting with now are actually on the level for you to exchange your energy with. I feel like you're attracting in a new soul tribe of energy that is actually worth the energy that you exchange. So you're not giving freely of yourselves to people who can't give back to you, all right? Don't tell me, Libras, I know we have this problem, okay? We're always thinking we can heal somebody, fix somebody. That was our problem in the past, okay? Giving people more credit than they deserved. Carrying the weight of others more than they deserved, okay? It's just, you know, you don't have to be ill about it. You don't have to be vengeful about it. It's just taking that time to reclaim your energy back. As you should, Libra. Truly, as you should. Doing fair deeds, fair trade. I also just heard all's fair in love and war. All's fair in love and war. I'm getting Ernest Hemingway. I don't think that's a Hemingway. Well, no, there is a movie called In Love and War. I don't know why that's... Maybe you need to watch that movie. I think it has Chris O'Donnell and Sandra Bullock in it. Or just read about Ernest Hemingway. Maybe you're in a Hemingway kind of a mode? Go read Hills Like White Elephants then. Hills Like White Elephants, alright. Yeah, that's where the term elephant in the room came from. That white elephant. Elephant in the room. Okay, so there's an elephant in the room, something we're not addressing. That's right there plainly in front of us. There's something you're not addressing. That's plain. It's either plain for everyone to see, okay, or it's at least plain for you to see, but you refuse to address it. There's something about that. And it could be love. There's someone. Now, Hills Like White Elephants, interesting that came up because the entire story is tailored around the idea of abortion. A couple elopes together in Madrid, Spain, Spain, and the woman finds out that she's pregnant, and the guy is trying to convince her to have an abortion, basically to get rid of it. And the story is inconclusive, but they're trying to evade this topic. The entire topic centers around abortion, and this couple is basically having a conversation the entire time, trying to discern what to do about their situation without actually addressing the situation. Hence, Hills Like White Elephants. It's actually, I did that paper in college. It's really good. Maybe something like that's going on here. We have an issue, something that we've created, okay, that needs to be addressed with my feminine and masculine Libras. And it's pushing us into our higher knowledge and wisdom. And, Hades, the underworld, death. How do we handle life and death? This duality. What are we going to do about it? How do we accept responsibility for what it is that we create? Okay. Big channeled messages. We are 23 minutes in. Wow, Libra. All right. Feminine, we're going first. Let's look at the feminine. Feminine Libra. Masculine's trying to come out. Maybe the masculine does want to be first. Your energy is argumentative, is what I feel. It actually is kind of argumentative. We're still going to read the feminine first. Alright. So, we have Kaltes. Kaltes, the energy that you're sat in, goddess energy that you're sat in. You might be seeing rabbits, my divine feminine Libras. I need to mark this, actually. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Forgot to timestamp so I don't lose this place. Roughly at 23 is where the feminine took place. Okay. You could be born in the year of the rabbit, my divine feminine Libras, or you could be dealing with someone born in the year of the rabbit, but the rabbit also is heavily about fertility. Fertility, right? Kaltes is a moon goddess venerated by the Ugric peoples of Western Siberia, a shapeshifter. Yeah. She is shown here manifested as a hare, an animal sacred to her. This appearance shows her lunar nature, for the hare is a lunar creature. Hare in the moon. Hare in the moon. Yeah. Many cultures, when looking at the moon, see the outline of a hare who lives in the moon. The hare is often seen as an intermediary between lunar deities and humans, so the appearance of Kaltes in this form indicates her accessibility to her people. Kaltes is known as a fertility goddess and a goddess of rejuvenation. She is called upon by women in childbirth, for she is especially venerated as a promoter of the beginning of the life cycle. Although she is somewhat feared because she can determine people's destinies, she is mostly revered for her gentle wisdom. She is compassionate. She is a compassionate guide to the mysteries of life. So you're being led, Libra, in the right direction here. The whole time I was getting Pompeii. Maybe some of you need to watch that show, or you're learning about Pompeii, history of Pompeii. But Pompeii was Vesuvius. I think I'm going back to my early childhood learning. Pliny the Elder and Pliny the Younger, both descendants of the eruption of Vesuvius and Pompeii. Something about the hair and the moon. That might be relevant to somebody. Okay. Now, the energy you're sat in from the Aradia Gospel, the Aradia deck is the Gospel. The Gospel. A book of knowledge. Here we go. Evangelical. Some of you are finding, maybe you're turning to the Gospel. Maybe you're actually looking up scripture that supports your journey in some way, some facet of your journey. The hair also is spring, Easter, which is really more of a pagan ritual. You're really being called to look at your beliefs in a certain situation. What are your beliefs about maybe even abortion or raising kids, or all these beliefs that you're possibly coming to throws with right now, Libra? I feel that for someone, or for those of you who have. There is no judgment on my channel, by the way, whatsoever, never, because that's partly the message here, is that, you know, choice is something that needs to be given back to you, Libra. So, the Gospel, we shall read this. We also have clarity and inner truth for the Divine Feminine. Clarity and inner truth for the Divine Feminine. Clarity is speaking much to what I was talking about at the beginning of the reading, Libra. My Divine Feminines out there, is feeling like many of you are feeling responsible for the emotions of others, for the weight of others. And you're being called to recognize when energy is not yours and when it is. And I think many of you have carried undue pressure on yourselves from people who will now need to carry that burden for themselves. Some of you, I'm also getting, there was a pressure and a weight put upon you that you do not want to bear. Yeah, it's a truth, and with this blue, I'm being called to say it. So, for those of you who might be, I guess I have to say trigger warning, because that's what's acceptable. I've been reading long enough on YouTube for you guys to kind of know my style, and when I have to address the deep shit, I will. So, there are some of you who, you know, have been attacked. You've been assaulted. Or you are simply faced with that hard question of what do you do in a situation where you may not want to go through with your turn, you know. For YouTube stings, I can only talk about things suggestively, not in full-blown detail, because YouTube is stupid. I don't care if it hears me at this point. But that's partly something that you guys are carrying, and it's a truth that hasn't been spoken, your truth that hasn't been spoken. So, and that needs to be spoken. a truth that you've been holding. And it's being channeled through you, and it's just coming out of you. I see many of you, you don't even need the damn cards. You're just literally a vessel channeling spirit. Yeah. And you speak truths that are hard for people to hear. But there's love here. And know when a message comes out, especially even on my channel, that is hard for you guys to hear. Nothing is ever meant to deter you or detract you from to deny what you feel. But if it's triggering you, then I have to tell you, I still have to tell you to own that, because these are the feelings and the emotions that you're working through. If something here resonates with you, okay? But if it's not your story, then don't take it. All right. I have to address it for someone because someone needs to hear it, right? Okay. There's an inner truth that you're coming through to having, to knowing. For you, also, finances have been very, very tight for you because of these situations. You don't even have the means or the funds to take care of yourself, let alone possibly a child, or it doesn't even have to be a child. It can be just a lifestyle, or another person, people you're dealing with, people who are living with you, roommates and things like that don't hold their weight, or aren't paying their bills. There could even be children that you're dealing with in these weird, not weird, in the in-between phases of leaving home versus living with you, or living at home with you, and responsibilities and things that need to be met around the house and the home and stuff like that. So you're dealing with all that, Libra. I see you carrying the weight of all that, right? And the last thing you want or need, my divine feminines, is the weighted pressure of possibly bringing another life into the world when it's hard enough to maintain your own. That's how you're feeling, who I'm talking to right now. So, do you want it? Yes. Yes, you do. I think you do. I think you want it very badly. You want to move in this new direction where you're freely able to create, to freely able to bring about your desires and manifestations in a creative way without feeling like it was placed upon you. Okay? Just having sovereignty and responsibility for yourself. Okay. Your blessing coming in is community. All right. Community card number 8. You could be born on October 8th. Or you could be a life path 8. Or 8 could be significant to you in other ways. 8 is infinity. 8 is also termination. Termination. Whew, that's coming through hard. We're going to clarify. I'm actually going to read you this card, and I'm going to read you the gospel card. Some of you will. There, I said it. 8 is termination because it's an obstacle. 8 in Egyptian times, the symbol is an infinite cycle. It's duality. It's also dark versus light, yin and yang, the infinite cycle, black, white. It also can say how someone died in a past life, or how someone lived. 8. In this life, Libra, especially if you are a life path 8, you are here to fix the issues in your relationships and your finances. You are meant to be great. You really are. Many of you hold extreme wisdom and power. And it feels to me like you're healing a line of poverty that has been in your family or your generations, lines of generations of your family for centuries, if not thousands of years, if not before Egyptian and Atlantean times. That's how old this energy is for you. That's how old you are, Libra. the divine feminines that I'm talking about. You're much older than that. Your soul probably doesn't even hail from this star system. You're ancient, ancient, ancient. Your bloodline is, your starseed family line is hella ancient. Okay? Okay? I see it. Yeah, right? But, something healing in the community is what you can look forward to. And we have a giraffe here. Comforting a baby giraffe. You need shelter. You need a home. You need protective shelter for your creations to bloom and to blossom. And you need help, maybe even for the community, or the community's gathering around you, Libra, to celebrate. Celebrate. There's a celebration happening. Could even be a birth. That's nice. That's really nice. Or you're doing this for others. Take it where it applies, my dear. Take it where it applies. Let's read the community card. Number 8. Okay. The essential meanings is belonging, being seen and understood by others, like-minded connections, a sense of family, and friendship, knowing your place in the world. This card signals a new affiliation with a group. Humans are social creatures, and we need to know we are useful to our families and our communities. It is in a community, everyone has an important function and feels I matter. Membership in the group provides a sense of belonging, of kinship, and of purpose that comes from working together for the greater fulfillment of all. Perhaps you are part of a spiritual community or an artistic one. Perhaps you are in a learning community where you share your love of education. Regardless of its form or focus, your community brings you joy. You will be inspired by it and want to contribute to it. Your contribution may be as small as showing up, or as large as being its leader. No matter your position in the group, your presence is needed. The relationship message. You're discovering the essential qualities that you share with another, and perhaps also those you don't share. There are times when you follow and the other person leads, and times when you lead and the other person follows, or at least that's how it should be. The appearance of this card points to the importance of learning the proper dance between you and another, accepting the truth that everyone has flaws in part of that dance. Yet you are also being asked to be aware of the dynamics that you don't want to repeat. You're in the perfect place to make changes in order to experience the best version of who you can be together. Now, the prosperity message of the community card is, whenever you're in a community of like-minded others, there is a powerful opportunity to reap great abundance. It's essential to ask, what can I contribute, rather than what can I get from this? Figure out a need to look to fulfill it. Something meaningful will manifest. Even if what manifests is small, it is a sign that the doors of opportunity will swing open wider. There is also another meaning of this card to consider. Don't try to be all things to all people. Choose your role and be true to it, and serve for a sense of authenticity. There is no greater feeling of accomplishment than knowing you have purpose. And the protection message is, beware of compromising your integrity in order to belong. Yeah. Don't compromise who you are anymore, Libra, in order to be a role, fill a role that others want you to fill. Because either they don't want to do the work themselves, or they got used to you doing it, so why should they expect anyone else? You know? Whew! Libras. Y'all going date today. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Libra. Alright, let's read the gospel. This hidden ancient knowledge. This evangelium. I'm curious about this, actually, for you. Very curious. My divine feminine Libras, what knowledge do you know? The gospel. The gospel is the word, right? Oh, there it is. Turned right to it. There we go. The gospel. Seek guidance from a number of sources. Seek the truth. What are your values? Can you make value-based decisions? Wisdom is not the same as information. There is a magic in the world, and we can make our own magic too. A gospel need not be of ink and paper, be it best of its action, memory, and voice's vapor. As women practice forever the arts that are taught, Diana's words made flesh will never be naught. There's something about Princess Diana, too. I'm getting dirty, Diana. Okay. The song. She loved that song. In fact, when Michael came to perform, Michael Jackson, he removed the song out of his tour for her, out of respect for her. But she asked him to put it back in, because she loved it so much. Anyway. Each of the world's major religions has its own gospel, its own dogma, its own set of rules by which to live. In addition, many other books, both old and new, provide ethical guidelines, suggest moral standards, and even offer magical instruction. Whilst primarily an oral tradition, Aradia's gospel is equally a guideline for living. In it, she teaches about values that are based in action, values that include equality for all, generosity, love, honesty, freedom of thought, and devotion to the goddess and God. Whilst it is wonderful to have those who may be wiser than ourselves suggest right ways of living, we must look to our own moral compass to decide what is correct for us. And we must then accept the outcome of that decision. As a basic principle of life and magic, Aradia suggests that our actions trigger a flow of consequences, and that we should always take this aspect of magic into consideration. For example, even the Strega of today, who do throw curses, tell their clients that doing so can cause a cycle of cursing and retribution, and warn them to prepare for the consequences of their actions. Isn't that interesting? You might be dealing with someone like that, Libra, who the very people, maybe even spiritual leaders, who are telling you not to use your magic and not to perform curses and enchantments and things like that, are the very ones doing it and throwing it back at you because they don't want you knowing the power that is inherent to you. I'm not saying whether you should or should not, Libra. I leave that up to you to determine what is morally best for you. But I always encourage you to act in your own self-interest, self-worth, protection. I also tell you, I have no judgment in how you do something, Libra, so long as you don't hurt anyone or hurt yourself. That's it. That's it. Don't hurt anyone or yourself, frankly. As much as you can possibly help it. Some decisions have to be made. And not everyone's going to agree with your choice. Some decisions you made at a very early choice in your life, Libra, when you weren't prepared to hold the weight of the responsibility of that decision, but you made it anyway, and you did it, right? Some things happen to you, too. So, there is no judgment here. Ever. Never. On my channel. For anybody. It's not my place to judge you for anything, any decision that you've ever made or felt you had to make for you, the betterment or the safety or protection of yourself or someone you know. Ever. So Libra, take yourself off the hook and move forward knowing that, yeah, it's a new dawn. It's a new day. And we're feeling good, damn it. All right. My beautiful, beautiful Libra and Femmes. Divine Feminine Libras. Some deep messages for you. Deep, 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 deep messages for you. Tarot? Do we dare? Do we dare, Libra? Do some tarot. Yes. My. Normally I do the oracles last, but we're just switching stuff up today, guys. Switching stuff up today. Temperance. Patience, my dear Libras. Healing our spiritual bodies. Time. Also time. Time is on your sign. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius. You have Sagittarius placements. Doesn't matter. Excuse me. I burped though, so that was an omen. Okay. 4 of Coins. Yeah, we've been penny pinching, Libra, and conserving. But your 4 of Coin is also stability, is stable, is power, your money. Many of you are being frugal. You are. But you're being conservative, and you've had to. You've had to. But I feel that's changing. Okay. Show me the current situation for Libra. Libra, my divine feminine Libras. What is the current situation? 4 of Wands. Hello. 4 of Wands. You might have a cat. A gray cat. Or a cat. A stable fortress. You might be wearing a lot of red too. Red is stability. There's only one person here dancing under the maypole. So you might feel like you're in a relationship by yourself, Libra. Possibly, maybe you are. That's okay. Your home is sturdy. You're stable in your home. So that's okay. You feel safe. She's even a little bit, she's in like comfier clothes, revealing a little bit more. You feel safe to reveal yourself in your home. So you feel free in your home. Maybe that's why, or you want to. Okay. 4 of Wands. Now this could suggest a union of some kind. I can also be speaking to my single parents out there. 4 of Wands, though, we are stable. 1111 card. Alright. Where you should focus. Ace of Swords. On the truth, Libra. Ooh-wee, there is a tiger behind you. There's that masculine, right? Ace of Swords with that crown. The crown is important. It's been coming through here lately. Crown. You hold the truth and you're going to stick to it. Now, Ace of Swords is also a knife. A knife. So we're making cuts. Cuts. Making cuts of some kind. Whatever that is, I'm getting Sekhmet, and I'm also getting Bastet with the tiger here. The tiger is heavy divine masculine energy. So, and this is an angel. This is an archangel holding this sword. So asking you to, whatever decision, whatever truth you're going to live by here, Libra, it is in your hands. You are being awarded the sword of truth, which is a key. You're being given a key, Libra. You might, I'm also getting for my divine feminines who have felt that they have had to be both the masculine and the feminine in their lives. There's this need to have balance. balance where that's concerned. You've had to be the father and mothers to yourselves. Some of you have. Some of you have. There's only one person here dancing under the maypole. Some of you have had to provide that sense of stability for yourselves, for your whole lives. Where you should not focus, the Four of Coins. A lot of fours. Pay attention to your synchronicities, Libra. Where you should not focus is the Four of Coins. So a lack mentality, having lack. So you need to be giving more appreciation for that energetic flow to come to you. You have felt a lack of appreciation, sure. You're being asked not to focus here. I'm getting something about your ring finger, Libra. Yeah, ring finger. That's a question. You could have, it could be something to do with money or interest in money, hoarding money, frugal, that kind of thing, or you felt like you really needed to do that. So, we'll see. We'll see. This is where you're being asked not to focus. You're not blocking anything. None of your chakras are blocked. It tells me, though, you want to have a clear understanding of how to build more of that stability for yourself. Yeah, you need that. Okay. Outcome for you, Libra. The Fool. Well, it's a new beginning if I ever did see one for you, Libra. Libra. We're about to have some kind of new beginning, and that's spirit. Or that's a baby, okay? That's a child. It could be. Or it's just an Aquarius. Some kind of new beginning. I like that it's ending that way, though, for you. He's not being risky. He's just playing his flute. Could be dealing with Pan, though, so I feel like Saturn's been in your life recently. You've been dealing with him for a while. Hello, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? Oh, boy. We're coming out of the Hanged Man. He was in reverse, so yeah, we're literally coming out of the Hanged Man. A surrender, a sacrifice. What have you had to sacrifice in order to just maintain your stability? Divine Femme Librans, my Divine Feminines, your stability for this child. The Page of Coin. You release, surrender, or sacrifice. The Empress behind that. Yeah. Interesting story going on here. So, the mother, the Divine Feminine, the mother, always sacrifices for her child. You know what's being called into question here, too? It's like parenting. I'm getting how, and this has come up recently, like, should parents take credit for when their children succeed or don't succeed or fail, frankly? How much credit should parents accept for their children's failures and successes? Well, whatever society thinks is irrelevant, because a parent's always going to assume credit in either situation, in either case, regardless of what society thinks, because it's a parent's innate bred not role model, but it's like your raison d'etre to assume the weight of your children. And so whatever they do is partly what you feel is a reflection of you. Now, Christ, or that Christ consciousness, might tell us that one should try to not assume any credit for their children's successes or failures, to try to let children learn by their environments and learn from their own failures. Okay? And not assume any credit for it. I feel like both are reasonable, but that balance of how to maintain it is the dirty area, because parents are going to do it anyway. And children and relationships or whatever, it's going to happen. So I think you're being asked, though, to let people, again, carry their own weight. It's time to let people fail, even if they have to. If they have to. Page of Pentacles, Page of Coin. Must learn lessons, right? Some of you have kids who are older, though, too, like high school, college age, stuff like that. And maybe even some who got pregnant or want to, or dating, things like that. I feel it. I feel all of you guys going through that. Libra's like, how can I just maintain the sanctity of my four walls, okay? My responsibilities. Mine. I don't know, but we're gonna try, Libra. We're gonna try. With the Runic Tarot, we are going to try and clarify for you as well. We have King of Pentacles and the Star. Is that sudden fame, wealth, success? Getting a Sky Father energy? Finances looking good now. Where are fathers in this life? Some of them are actually in the stars. In the stars. That's for somebody. Yeah, some of you have lost your loved ones. That's why you've had to do all the work yourself. I see you. I see you. You are so loved. Just so you know. Just so you know, you are so loved. You need to know that. You should be proud of yourself. You really should. My divine femmes who've done all this on their own. Yeah. I see you. Show me this Four of Wands. This is the current situation. You're stable. Doing the damn thing. On your own. Alright, Libra. That could be a commitment. You're committed to yourself. Some of you are. Alright, Libra. Whew. Accusation, frustration, slander, all that garbage. Libra, Five of Swords, you shouldn't take up for yourself. You shouldn't defend yourself. Damn it. Damn it, you defeated everybody, didn't you, Libra? Just kicked their bloody butts, didn't you? Yeah. No one's touching your fire. I don't think so. Libra's like, I don't think so. I don't care what I gotta do in that fox energy to protect mine and mine own. Protect what's mine. Some of you have. Some of you were protected from the slander of something else. There's only one person here, too. He's defeating the wolves. Those shapeshifters in your environment. Oh, yeah, Libras. My divine femmes. We've been dealing with some energy, haven't we? Your enemies, in fact, have put on new cloaks. New cloaks of invisibility. They're... or they think they have. You're a shapeshifter, my divine femmes. King of Swords. Yeah, and you're in that you're in your masculine energy, Libra. I'm trying to tell you, okay, you're a king here. Alright? Nothing gets past you. Okay. That's a wolf in sheep's clothing, but not. Six of Wands. You're a teacher. You're teaching. This could also be discipline, how you're disciplining yourself. Now be careful, Libra. Sometimes we know that Libra trait can be harsh. It can be critical. Your discipline can feel harsh. How you speak to someone can feel... Okay, Libra, we've got a tongue on us. Don't even tell me we don't. I know we do. Okay, yes we do. I know how that Libra tongue can be. Okay, yeah, I feel it. Now, how we discipline can be harsh in our home, right? Yes. Yep. Queen of Swords. I'm trying to tell you right now, Libra. Queen of Swords. Come on. Come on. Oh, and she's mad in reverse. Come on, Libra. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. We can speak harsh, can't we? We can put the sword down, can't we? We speak the truth, but sometimes we have to. Now, when we're speaking to our enemies, I don't care how you use that tongue, sweetheart. You abuse the hell out of that thing, okay? Yep. Yep. Yep, yep. Something about milk. Mother's milk. When you're protecting, like I said, Libra, when you're protecting you and yours and your own, I don't care what you got to do with that sword. You do it. Period. Okay, you're coming out both King and Queen of Swords. I'm trying to tell you, many of you, especially my single parents over here, are doing whatever you have to do to maintain. Okay? And you will be successful. Elevating from the 4 to the 6. 4, 5, 6. Look at that. 4, 5, 6. Look at your progression. That's beautiful. Oh, divine masculines are going to be interesting. It's going to be a longer reading. For you. Just for you. All for you, Libra. It's all for you. No way. No way. Shut the front door. What's that? 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. What is that? 8 of Cups. That cloaked figure, right? That wants to return here. We skipped the 7, huh? Skipped the 7. Went right to the 8. And we jumped suits again. What do we do here? The moon is highlighting something that's not even there anymore. It's not even there anymore. Someone's not there anymore. Okay. Someone walked away. Page of Wands, would they speak to you with the birds? They call out to you with the birds. Are you listening, Libra? Do you hear them? Do you hear how they speak to you? How Spirit speaks to you with the birds? We've got the cardinals, we've got the blue jays, we've got the bluebirds. They're all speaking to you. And those are your little spirit guides around your little house. Your little house. All talking to you. And they come to visit you even when you don't know they're there. I'm getting that, actually. Someone, maybe you're retraining a part of the aspect of yourself, learning and discipline, and how you discipline yourself is how you were disciplined. Okay? Yeah. There's hereditary influence, and then there's also what we ourselves are trained by our environments. And I know us Libras. We gotta go out there and get our own damn experience. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I don't want to hear it. I don't. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I know how we are. We're going to go out into the big bad world and face the big bad wolf ourselves and get our own big bad experience and know what the hell to do with it, because I'll be damned if anyone's going to tell me how to handle it on my own. I want to know how to handle it for myself. Thank you. I want to know if I get myself in a jam, how I'm going to get out of it. How did you get yourself out of jams in the past, Libra? How clever were you to think out of your situation? You will receive confirmation, by the way. Someone someone, and that's like where a sense of your willpower came from, Libra. Like, how clever were you at getting out of the situations you needed to get out of when you had to get out of them? And you will do whatever you got to do. Don't tell me you won't. I know you. I know. I know you. I know you. Ace of Swords. Truth. The truth can only come out right now, Libra. So please do speak it. What are you speaking about? What's the truth for Libra? Thank you. Three of Swords. Yeah. Sometimes the truth is merely speaking what's on your heart, honey. Sometimes you have to. Speaking about what's hurt you. I'm also getting healing with fire. Fire. The sun. The sun. Your heart, your hurt, your wound is being healed by fire. Healed by the sun. Okay, the sun is Ra, the sun is Apollo, the sun is God, the sun is healing. Also, this eclipse is literally healing your heart. What's the Three of Swords, please? We ain't playing today, are we, Libra? Tower. Tower, tower, tower. Scorpionic energy. That's the eclipse right there coming in. Yep. What's that tower, please? The Four of Pentacles. A foundation. A sturdy foundation. A nest egg. There's a lot of money and wealth under that. Sudden shift in your finances, maybe, Libra. Go from the 3 to the 4. You got the tower in between that. It's a lot of energy. Okay. Six of Swords. You guys are being guided. Libra, this isn't your first time with this tower. In fact, I want to say you've seen it before. In fact, this is probably your second major tower. Let me explain. This particular kind of tower that we're looking at here, it circles back to a tower that you faced probably at a very early age. Significant to many of you in your pre-teens to early teens, just out of high school, when you would have faced your first major tower that was associated with your sense of financial freedom and security, your whole foundation. Fours are all over your reading today, Libra. So I know we're dealing heavily with this sense of stability, right? I feel like you've been through this tower before. You recognize some aspect about how this thing has affected your life, but this time, Libra, you're handling it different. This tower, I feel like you've seen before. There's something about a box, Libra. A little box that's holding maybe even a little wish that you kept for yourself. You need a new candle, by the way. Libra, there's something about an offering. The sun is literally over the boatman here. And the boatman ferries souls to the underworld. So you're carrying an offering. You're making an offering of some kind. Now, some of you could just be doing or practicing your spiritual work on your altars and things like that. Maybe you are. Maybe you want more clarity, you want more wisdom, insight, and you're saying those affirmations to yourself. Say those now statements to yourself, Libra, that put you in the now of what you are, because that feeds directly into your subconscious and programs and tells you, and the universe knows no different. Your subconscious, your mind will respond. It knows no different. What you tell yourself you are, period. So we got the Four of Coin here twice. There's no guarding of anything here. It feels like a nest egg. That feels like power, frankly. Abundance kind of coming through here. It's a lot of wealth. Some of you are saving. You don't want that to be disrupted, okay? Which lets me know you've gone through this before, so you know what to handle. I think you're coming out of this cycle of disruption in your finances, my divine fans. Libra, show me that. Ace of Wands. Okay. Yeah, kind of, sort of the truth here. We need a clarifier, though. Clarifying the Ace of Wands, moving in a new direction. You're going in a new direction, Libra. Where's that Ace of Wands going? For my divine femmes. That's straight offer from the light source, spirit. A wand is a torch. You're lighting the way. You, Libra. You light the way for others. Yeah, the Magician. Come on. Come on, Magician. Creatrix. My Creatrix is out here holding the wand. Oh yeah, you've recently shed a skin. Look at that. The snake skin on the ground here. You shed a skin, Libra. You shed that old paradigm. Right there. Yes, you did. And you had to feel it. Not gonna lie to you. You felt it, Libra. I know you did. You cried your way through it. You screamed your way through it, too. If you had to. And if you were literally creating something, you damn right you did. I know you did. Uh-huh. You got through it any way you had to. But you were stable. And you held on. Hold on. Hold on tight, Libra. Going for a ride. Tower. Hold on tight here. Love coming in. Knight of Cups. Is that what you're manifesting? This pathway for yourself? Show me. It's leading to some kind of new beginning for you. Show me, my divine femmes. What are you doing? Temperance. We're healing. We've got Hermes here. Messenger. Some of you work or worked in like the service industry, bartenders, servers, waiters, that kind of thing. You might be seeing people from the past too, Libra. Friends in your community, old colleagues, acquaintances, people that you knew from an earlier time are all kind of reappearing back into your life right now. Maybe just to heal those relationships, any wounds that were left open. Maybe not people who directly hurt you or anything like that. It doesn't always have to be cycles of pain, although it's clearly here. But it's about how do you want to approach those old relationships now? Where are you now, Libra, to approach relationships? I think many of you are more healed than you know, or that you give yourself credit for. And it's not about how much are you healed, and you are where you are in your journey. It's just about where are you focused now on your path of healing. Some of you are literally still juggling. You don't know. It's up and down for you. Life is kind of up and down for you. And so you're balancing out now. Capricorn energy here. You could also be traveling for work, or your job requires you to travel, or whatever the case may be. Time, Temperance, 14, Sagittarius. December could be an interesting month for love. Gemini energy, Gemini Virgo energy with the Magician here. Scorpio Aries with the Tower. A lot of fire and air and earth. And then we have Aquarius and Aries with the Fool. Show us the Fool. What is this new beginning, please, for Libra? Coming out of a state of Hanged Man. You've been in Hanged Man for a while. Feeling stagnant. And now we're back on our stable path again. Queen of Pentacles. Hell yeah, Libra, my divine femmes. Well, yeah, wow, and the Lovers. Come on. Come on, honey. Come on. There's a rainbow over those Lovers. Oh. There's a rainbow. There's a rainbow bridge here. Fated path. Fated love connection coming in for my divine femmes. A choice, though, right? That's that duality that we were facing. Many of you were stopped from being in relationships and dealing in relationships, and many of you were also even probably celibate and anything else for a long time because you were healing. You were healing. So you were closing off from relationships and things like that. Queen of Pentacles, I like that she's here, and especially if we're talking like in the realm of intimacy or even sexuality, this tells me very much, Libra, that you're stable in your body and mind and ready to pleasure as well as be pleasured. You know, the Queen of Pentacles knows her body and knows herself. She is very, very giving and nurturing in that way. Yes, she is. When she's being given to, yes? So, with the Lovers here, I think you're coming upon it. That's nice. That's your outcome, by the way. Oh, this was where you're not supposed to focus. High Priestess. Eee! Yeah, keep quiet. Don't announce necessarily what you're manifesting in your life. You don't have to do that. You really don't. It's probably best that you don't, because you've got energy that looks at you. That's jealousy too, you know, with the Five of Swords. You don't need that kind of energy on you while you're out here just trying to live your life, you know? Like, I'm just literally trying to live. I don't need people comparing. Or don't compare yourself to anyone else, Libra. Like, you don't need anyone comparing themselves to you right now. That's not your responsibility. That's not your business. That's none of your business, Libra. What other people think about you, that's none of your fucking business. And I would just keep that in mind, okay? Queen of Pentacles. Give me the Queen of Pentacles, please. The sacrifice you've made here was for you and the future generations with the Page of Pentacles. Jesus died for our sins, right? In biblical text. We don't really subscribe to that, but if we're going by biblical text, then that's what it would be. So, the truth. What is that? Some of you, congratulations, because you are becoming new mothers for the first time. After you've gone through some kind of cycle of healing. Nine of Swords. And the Lover's still on the bottom of the deck. Clarify. That Nine of Swords is in the daytime. Something you're seeing. Pressure. King of Wands. That was a projection on your reading. King of Wands. King of Wands is a shapeshifter. So those shapeshifters, again, in your energy here. He's in the upright, but that Nine of Swords. Now that could be dream state. Astral travel. It can be. You have to close your eyes, though, in the daytime to see it. You need to protect yourself if you're going to. Some of you need to shield yourself. Knight of Pentacles. This thing has been coming in slowly. Someone's reaching out to you. This King of Pentacles. Heavy Earth as well in your chart, Libra. Let me know. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If this is all you, then someone has like pressure, anxiety. Maybe you need more vitamin D or a supplement or something. Talking about headaches and migraines I'm getting. King of Wands. That's a partnership coming in for you, Libra? And Mr. Tall, Dark, and Handsome just became tall, dark, and then some, you know? Okay, we're dealing with tall, dark, and then some, Libra. That's good. Alright. Tall, dark, and then some. Alright, we will start slow, too. 9 of Swords. There's a reading I did for you on my channel years ago. Oh, it was an intimate tarot reading. I think the title is Libra, When You Two Finally Meet. Wow, something like that. Or When You Two Finally Speak. Wow. So you weren't talking to this person. I don't even know if you know who they are. Advice for Libra. But this is coming in. It's new. Why there's 9 of Swords pressure around it, I'm not sure. But the 9 energy also says perseverance. So persevering through some kind of truth. Fire cleanses the sword. Definitely could be with a fire sign. Or the stoking the flame of the sword. Fire and air. Whew. You could definitely be dealing with a fire sign here. Aries, Leo, Sag, for sure. Heavy masculine energy in your chart. Whoever they are. The air and fire can fan the flame. Ooh, yeah. Wheel of Fortune here. Libra. Well, not surprised to see that, though. We have a Tower. You know, I tell you all the time, those two energies are synonymous. So, with the truth coming out like that to support this Wheel of Fortune, there's a key that's actually this person's part of your cycle here, Libra. It's in your chart. There's something about like divine destiny. Yeah, this is a fated connection for sure. There will be communication here. Passionate, fiery communication, for sure. It took time. This took time. I feel the need to tell you that. Time's all over your reading. You've been healing, I feel like, generations. Someone really wants to know your birth chart, Libra. It's none of your damn business, boo. Okay. Just saying. You got relationships coming in here too. Knight of Wands, 3 of Cups, reconciliations as well. You've worked out some of these relationships with these people over lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Libra, I think many of us just want to kind of get it right this lifetime. You know what I mean? Can we do that? That means putting in the work. Putting in the work on ourselves. Each sign is very long. Oh my goodness. I'm eager to see what the masculines have to talk about. Oh my. Oh my. Alright, Libras, we're looking at the signs for you. It could be a month, it could be an astrological something or other. I don't care. It's just looking at all the signs for my divine feminine Libras for the rest of the year, whenever is relevant to you. What do my divine feminine Libras need to know at this time, please? What are the signs coming to them? Ant. Coins. Yay. Money will be coming to you. Yeah, baby. Ant. Work, achievement, success. You could be seeing the ants Working hard, Libra. What else? Show me. Money will be coming to you. I love to see that over that Ace of Wands. For sure. Anything else for my Divine Feminine Libras? Come on, I feel one. My Divine Feminine Libras. Ooh, landed on my creation card. Deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Teapot. And ant. I like that, Libra. Well, on the bottom we have March. March is spring. Could we say a situation between now and March also, Libras? Beautiful. Crowning, we have the Spear. Heartache over what you no longer have. So that's this here. Something we no longer have because it had to be destroyed. Any relationships that were holding you back from achieving your financial success and abundance here, Libra, that's going. We know that, right? We know that has to go. It has to go, but from now, also could be seeing, I'm getting, what are those called? Those little bells, those little white bells. They're so pretty. What are they called? I forget. Those little white flower, they look like that. Those little white, they're not bluebells, but they're, I mean, it could be bluebells, but they're white. And they grow in the yard. They're so pretty. I don't know what they're called. If you got those in your yard, maybe you'll know. And they do grow in March. They bloom in March. So that's significant. That is significant. Let's get some words for you, Libras. Beautiful Libra feminines out there. My goodness, this is going to be a longer reading. I don't care. This will probably be like a 3-hour video. This is your main message, though, for the year. I'm only doing Libra this month. I decided. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. Because I'm a Libra, you know. I can treat my own sign any way I want to. Anyway, here we go. Libra. What's going on? What do you want to say? Okay. What does Libra want to say to their person? I will wait for a sign from you. Are you waiting for a sign from someone? I feel you even though we are apart. That's for someone. Maybe even someone in heaven. You are the best thing in my life. That's beautiful. Alright, Libra. Reverse the roles as you see fit here. What would your person say to you? What would Libra's person say to them? Ooh. We will be together again, Libra. We will be together again. In this life or the next. Alright. I'm grateful for the spiritual lessons. Some of you did learn harsh spiritual lessons with these people, with these lovers. They're grateful for what they have learned just by knowing you. Or you they. There were lessons here, of course there were. We need to let each other go. Yeah. Your person knows that. If this was a karmic, they certainly do. And I don't want to say karmic. I feel like people throw that word around too loosely. We agree to these experiences because we're transmuting this energy. We're learning in this lifetime how to let it go, to become who we were ultimately meant to be. I remember every detail of that day. Your person is looking back on a fond memory that they share with you. They know if this is someone who hurt you before, Libra, or put you in some kind of a third party, or made you have to choose or make a choice that you didn't want to make at the time. They look back on all the fond memories that you have shared with this person. Okay, they look back on that. Yes. They keep it as a memory. Some of it's outdated thinking. It goes round and round, like this Wheel of Fortune. And they want to reconcile. I don't know who this person is. It doesn't have to be a lover. It could be a friend, anyone. Someone remembers someone very fondly. That is the kind of impact that you have, Libra. Even if their relationships don't last, people rarely, if ever, forget them. I know that's about you. You're not easily forgotten in the minds of people. My beautiful divine feminine Librans, I hope this message helped you, served you well, and I will see you, my lovelies, next time. And if you're staying through to watch the Divine Masculine reading, I encourage you to do so. Either way, Libras, sending you so much love, my dears. Talk to you soon. Take care. Hello, Divine Masculine Librans. Whoever is identifying in the energy of the Divine Masculine at this time. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Alright, immediately I feel my left eye being attacked. So, Divine Masculine Librans, wow, the energy is real. Attack feels real. You feel attacked? Alright, there's sight. You have the sight. You need to trust that you have the sight and that you know what you know and you can rely on what you know and you know, and you know, Libra. I know you know. There's something either you don't want to see or you don't want someone to see. Or you don't want me to see. You don't know if you're ready to be seen into. Okay. Alright, getting dogs for you. There's a protection around you. And we're going to address that because your energy is telling me as much, especially with you sitting currently in the energy of Hades and Thoth. I love the Gods and Titans Divine Masculine Oracle deck because, first of all, it's like one of the only ones that really addresses the Divine Masculine. Sorry guys, I might have to pause. Someone's really attacking my left eye right now. Be right back. Let's try that again, Libra. You feel attacked. Okay. Or I'm getting an attack, even like heart. And that kind of came through in the Divine Feminine reading. Not necessarily a heart attack, but it could be health related. So there's some aspect right now that you maybe don't want to accept that you need to heal something in regards to your health, Libra. For my Divine Masculines. I'm also getting hands with you guys. Hands and the eye. My left eye in particular, that's the eye of Horus. So Horus is coming through, working with the Divine Masculine right now. Libra. There's a need to heal the inner child. The inner wounded child. That is really, really coming through. So, let's read. I want to read these cards to you. We've got, not all of them, but because you've got your main card that, we'll see. I wanted to kind of read Hades to you, because I feel like this might be where we're sat right now. Just to look at this energy. Okay. The story of Hades, and I was mentioning, I don't know if I mentioned Hades in the Divine Feminine readings, but anyway, it's here. So, death is not always a negative thing. Everything has a season. Leave behind what you no longer need. The three-headed dog Cerberus guards the gates of the underworld, snarling and growling at anything that moves. The dog's jaws drip pools of saliva onto the cool, dark stone. Soon a solitary figure approaches. It is Hades himself. His dog calms and submits its 3 heads for petting. The master has arrived. Hades is the Greek god of death. His name comes from the Hellenic word for invisible. Some of you may also be registering with Helen of Troy right now. Achilles. Achilles, I felt the need to say. Okay. This is because the realm of the underworld, also referred to as Hades, is invisible to all. Something is invisible to you. Hades also owns a special helmet permitting the wearer to be undetectable. This weapon is featured in a number of stories, and many other gods wear it in war. A helmet. Achilles wore a helmet. You wear a helmet in war to protect yourself. You may also find yourself wearing more shields of protection, hoodies, cloaks, things like that to shield your crown. You may need to do that, Libra. Hades inherited the underworld when Cronus divided the territories. His brothers Zeus and Poseidon received the sky and sea, respectively. Wealthy, due to the unlimited precious metals in his kingdom, Hades was intelligent, and not at all monstrous. Although feared by man, Hades was not a particularly nasty god, and looked for love, just like his brothers did. The story of Persephone is possibly the most famous story featuring Hades, and one that shows death is just a cyclic part of life. Hades fell in love with Zeus and Demeter's daughter Persephone, and Zeus promised Hades her hand in marriage. Demeter, however, did not agree to the match, or even to tell Persephone about the offer. In his frustration, Hades kidnapped the lovely young woman, and taking her down deep into his dark domain, he tried to woo her. Demeter, goddess of agriculture and loving mother, searched the world for her daughter, and in her grief stopped facilitating the growth and production of all food and plants. Everything died, and man began to starve. The gods figured out that Hades had Persephone, and Zeus asked for her release to end the famine. However, Persephone had eaten 6 pomegranate seeds, complicating the situation. As the fates ruled, anyone who consumed food or drink in the underworld must stay. Demeter and Hades eventually negotiated that Persephone would live 6 months of the year with Hades and 6 months with Demeter, which is why every 6 months the earth dies and Hades claims the season winter and his bride. Should Hades come forth in your life, this does not normally signify a physical death. An ending or a leaving behind is more likely, and this is not always a negative thing. Everything has a lifespan, in particular ideas, beliefs, and fears that have passed their expiration date. Sometimes, in order for growth to occur, death must too. Prepare to let go of ideas, aspects of your personality, or even a specific phase of a relationship to make way for new ones. Okay. Now when Slim Shady, oh, Eminem. Okay, when Shades sat in his shadow side. Kidding. What the real Slim Shades? Please stand up. Anyway, the shadow side. Hades was impetuous, impatient, and let's face it, not exactly honest all of the time. If we recognize these qualities in ourselves and seek to understand why we act the way we do, we will be better able to accept and make room for new and healthier aspects. Scrupulous honesty is required for a start. While this darker face of ourselves may not be appealing to us, and we may be tempted to make it take it underground, the only way to truly change it is to make it visible, at least to ourselves. By recognizing our shadow aspects, we can make changes that allow some of these aspects to transform or simply die away. So, signs that you could be seeing Hades, or Hades energy is working with you. You could be seeing Cerberus. You could be hearing dogs barking. We have two-pronged pitchfork. The narcissus flower, the scepter, precious metals. So, gold, silver, etc. Now, there is an invocation for Hades, which I'm not going to read to you. But if you're curious, I encourage you to get this deck on your own and pursue the knowledge. The knowledge, Thoth, right? This is kind of partly what we're talking about here. Okay, gods and titans, by the way. Thoth, master of all knowledge, right? Where the alphabet comes from, the ibis bird, the in-between, the gods that all gods sought to learn from because of his knowledge of the universe and stars, creator of the alphabet, Thoth. Yes? From Egyptian mythology, married the goddess Mat and ruled the justice system of Egypt. The shadow side of Thoth would be not acting on the wisdom that you have learned, or the knowledge that you have learned, or trying to have all the knowledge that there is. Thinking that you can contain all of that knowledge in yourself. To do so comes at a price. To be godlike. To be godlike comes with a price. That is what Thoth would tell us. So be careful, my divine masculines who want to play in the energy of God. Careful what you wish for. It does come with a price. Okay. To have what we want, love, desire, we were impatient to get something that we wanted, right? We're learning. Wisdom has taught us that we need to restrain some of our more basic passions. We just need to be honest with ourselves about what it is we really want. And then we also have to compromise. We have to make sacrifices with these choices. So, in order for you to have a lifestyle that you want, divine masculine, you got to agree to some terms. 6 terms out of the year, your person's going to be above ground, and 6 months out of the year, your other person's going to be below. Your person's going to be in the underworld with you, right? So, maybe that's where you guys are being called to the energy of the masculine. I don't want to call you guys, because that just makes no sense. But although many of my masculines and guys will watch this channel, or watch this section, and my feminines will too. I hope you do. I encourage everyone to watch both, actually, because there's much to learn from both. So, compromises. One relationship in your life could be ending. I'm sensing many of you have also either recently or will go through divorce, or have already. And this is so that you can finalize things that were not serving in your life, that taught you some really hard lessons, that maybe made you single parents, or made you have to reparent yourselves in certain aspects. And that's really been coming through for the collective, not just Libra, but the collective. But Libra, I'm addressing it with your readings today. 1:44 on the clock as I'm taping this. You are part of your spiritual community of 144,000, the 144,000, which is complete bullshit, but we know it to rectify it, signify it as a spiritual time stamp. Let me not get ahead of myself. We still got a lot of cards to get through. And we gotta pull your tarot, you know? Alright. Horus just came back to my mind, and with my eye acting up earlier, there's something again, the sight. Horus may be wanting to work with you to help you gain more knowledge and wisdom, but there's something Horus has to heal. Thoth gave Isis the knowledge and the incantation to heal her son, Horus. Both actually gave it to her, that knowledge on how to do it with our words, to draw out the poison that had been put into him, his son. So a son could be significant. There could be some sort of knowledge or information that maybe your children are watching, consuming, that you don't agree with or you don't want them to. Okay? Just spitting out what I'm hearing, guys. Sorry. Okay. Oh, wow. You got 2 cards. 2 goddess cards for you. We have Bast and Valkyrie. Bastet. Okay. That came through in the feminine, so you may need to check out that. Alright. Bastet was the Egyptian goddess who appeared in cat form. The Egyptians highly revered cats, and the word for cat, Mao, also denoted light and was cognate with the word for mother. The cat is a lunar animal and also a solar animal, representing the power of the sun as reflected in nature. Since the cat is an earth animal, Bast is also an earth mother goddess, a giver of life and abundance. In touch with her wild, instinctual nature, she also is a protector of women during childbirth. Like a cat, she is fiercely independent and belongs to no one but herself. Bast is one of the more joyful goddesses. Her elaborate festivals in the town of Babusti were renowned for their joyful dancing. Embodying cat's gentler aspects, Bast is a personification of life and fruitfulness. The quintessential life-affirming mother, she reminds us to be playful and relaxed like a cat, and to find occasions to celebrate life. So there is an occasion to celebrate life. Some of you are new fathers. Congratulations. The Valkyrie, the bird goddess, is one of the most ancient goddesses, both a living, giving creator of a goddess of death. Funny, we have a lot of death featured here, death and rebirth here. Alright, the Valkyrie, a northern European goddess, is a representation of this goddess as death wielder. The bird guise of the Valkyrie is that of the raven, long associated with death and magic. The name Valkyrie means chosen of the slain. The face of the form of the Valkyrie are the last thing a person sees before death. Valkyries are psychopomps who lead the soul to the afterworld. For ancient people, death was part of a cyclical process, leading again to rebirth. Black was a positive color, a symbol of fertility and abundance. The Valkyrie represents part of us that is unafraid of the dark places. She can lead us into and through them. She reminds us that seeds germinate in the darkness, that sometimes we need darkness in order to grow. Is the sense of duality I'm also getting? Being comfortable with the darker aspects of yourselves that help you uncover yourself, and being open. These two are facing each other, which I like to see. They're receptive. The light and the dark. My apologies to anyone who's lost someone recently or ever. Anyone who's lost a child. I have to say that. Okay. Alright, the energy you're sat in right now, my divine masculine Librans, is Nuada. Perfection. Perfection. My dear Libra. What a perfection. That's a lot of energy right there. We also have Rhiannon. Sacred learning. Shut up. Okay. And you have the in-between worlds. I know I mentioned this at the beginning of the readings today. And we have another ibis bird, which is the flamingo, which is like Thoth. So, and funny how there's something that's definitely in a transit. It's also crossing, like this energy wants to cross this. It's the sun blocking out the shadow. It's the eclipse, right? The eclipse season that we just went through, moving from one phase into another. Something that was seen, that was hidden for a while, was shown in the light of the eclipse. The eclipse season is bringing out that which has been hidden. Because the sun is so great, its light can actually blind us from seeing the more specific, intricate details. The shadows, in other words. When the sun is out, it hides the shadows. And sometimes these need to be seen too. Because we have to learn how to deal with them. Yes, so we have to learn how to deal with our shadow instead of running from it. Embrace it. Hades really wasn't a bad guy. He just was impatient and had a temper sometimes. He wasn't a bad guy, you know? He just wanted Persephone, and he wanted her now, and he wanted her when he wanted her, you know? Message. Anyway. Sacred learning. We're going to read Nuada, because we're getting some Viking lore here. Viking energy from Nuada. Oh, I think I mentioned it in the title. Guys, we're doing a lot of reading today because, and I only do this when I feel like you guys need it. Take what resonates. Anywho, if you like it, great. If you don't, then maybe this isn't the reading for you. But I like to learn about the cards myself, and I still am learning some of these cards. So, you know, here we go. Perfection on 99. I want you to know, and I want to know with you. So there we go. All right. Perfection. Love and appreciate your uniqueness and your imperfections. Question the costs of chasing perfection. Delight in who you are. The story of Nuada is a very ancient one that has woven itself into different themes and variants over different times and places. One thing that stays constant is his exploration of suitability and perfection. Nuada is the king of Erin, one of the heroic Tuatha De Danann, yes, Tuatha De Danann, which are the Fae, which was one of the mythical ancient races of Ireland. According to myth, these early Celtic times were far from peaceful, with bloody battles being waged continuously. During one of the major battles, the Dananns, led by Nuada and his sword of invincibility, defeated the Firbolgs. The fighting was so bloody and fierce, though, that Nuada lost his right hand. This was a disaster for Nuada, as there was an ancient law that precluded anyone who was not whole from being king. His mutilation lost him his rule, even though he was a victorious, just, and benevolent leader. The Dananns then chose Braze as their leader. Braze, although a skilled fighter, had little of Nuada's wisdom and fairness. The kingdom soon felt the effects of this discordant king. Nuada's brother, the physician Dian fashioned a magical silver hand to replace the one that Nuada had lost. Not only functional, the silver hand was beautiful too. Nuada became Nuada Erjedlam. I'm going to butcher these names. I'm so sorry. Erjedlam. Nuada of the silver hand. Again, worthy among his people. And Braze stepped down from the throne. Today, more than ever, we chase perfection. But what is it really? We often see external perfection as necessary to success. The quest for perfect beauty and a perfect body has thrown us toward a predilection for worrying about our external looks, enhancing ourselves with too much makeup and even surgery, and obsessing over dieting and unhealthy eating habits. When did the fact that we have healthy, strong, functional bodies become not enough? We are born with everything we need to be what we are meant to be. We are born imperfectly perfect. Our uniqueness has a reason. Nuada reminds us that to be perfect, we need not pursue some unattainable and false ideal. Perfection is a subjective judgment and not an objective reality. In Nuada's case, he was the best leader. His missing hand did not take away from his great leadership qualities. You know what's interesting? Okay, so basically the shadow side of Nuada was just trying to live in too much perfection. Many people would state that there are perfectionists. They are perfectionists. They wear this perfectionist clip, like logo, or whatever, like it is a badge of honor. While trying to be excellent and the best, While trying to be excellent and the best we can be is admirable, striving for an unattainable illusion is tiring and damaging. Remember, should Nuada show his hand to you, consider that you may well be good enough already, and I keep seeing the hand. Yeah, and I think I mentioned that. I don't know if I just mentioned at the beginning of your reading, but the hand keeps coming through. You might be seeing the Hamza hand as well. You're being told you're good enough. My masculines out there. You are good enough. You're good enough. And yes, while there are some aspects maybe about that you're changing about yourself for your health, that's one thing, but just to become a better version of yourself, but constantly trying to obtain perfection, the wisdom is that you already are. Now you're applying that which you already know. And I know you know because you know. You know. I know you know. You know too. So stop trying to hammer this into you and just now apply what it is that you know to your work, to your relationships, and to your love. And you don't have to do it with a hard hand. In fact, there's a depiction of justice in this deck that I used for the feminine. I'm going to find it because now I have to show you. Now I have to show you. It's in this deck. Justice is actually depicted this way. So how fitting. If it came out for you, that would be even better, but I'm going to show you anyway. And if it comes out for you, even better. But you know, we're jumping the gun. Oh, there it is. Here it is. Here it is. Look at Justice here. Notice anything particular about her hand? Libra. Ooh, she was behind the King of Pentacles. Yeah. You know, Libra, I'm going to tell you. And we have the pomegranate. Justice is holding the pomegranate here. And who ate the pomegranate seeds? Persephone. Yeah, Persephone ate the pomegranate seeds. So she had to make a sacrifice, right? Hades or something had to make a sacrifice. That if he was going to hold on to the intuition of Persephone, yes? Following? I know we're following here. We're seeing the deeper meaning here, the deeper story, okay? If Justice was going to obtain the wisdom, and she's standing between the two pillars, right? The dark and the light, shadow. If she was going to maintain truth, she had to be willing to make some kind of sacrifice. If she had to be willing to give up her left hand? Her left hand, yeah, for sure. To obtain the knowledge. You had to be willing to go down to the underworld to get it. And if you took a bite of the pomegranate, you were making some kind of sacrifice. Even this side here, there's a figure in shadow holding a knife, holding a blade, ready to cut the hand of Justice for obtaining the dark knowledge, right? Ooh, Libras, my Libras. Some of you guys are playing in some dark stuff here. Don't do that. Don't do that. Well, you do whatever you want to, but I'm just going to tell you, there's a price to pay for not nurturing the shadow, not healing the shadow, or thinking that you know it all. So, why should you have to learn anything? Why should you have to do anything different but stand in this energy all day and fight in war and battle? No, you don't need to. Something in your life is changing, even if it's an idea that you've held for a long time that just frankly makes no fucking sense. We got more cards to read here, Libra. Hope you're hanging in there. Sacred Learning and Rhiannon. Now, I'm going to pause because I don't want to read these two cards on camera. Why not? Why not? Fuck it. I try to save time, so we're not reading the entire time. But you know what? We're going to read today. I feel like you guys need to, so we're learning together. There's something about actually going back and reading. Really reading. Okay. Okay. Rhiannon. Rhiannon. Now, Rhiannon is the Welsh lunar goddess whose name means divine one or great queen. Rhiannon is beautiful and often rode like the wind on her white horse. One day a man saw her and could not resist her beauty. After a long chase, he caught up with her. They fell in love and married. Shortly after the birth of their first son, Rhiannon was falsely accused of killing him and sentenced to stand at the gate of the castle. Whilst carrying visitors on her back, she admitted to her crime. Some years later, her son, who had in actual fact been kidnapped, was found, and Rhiannon was reinstated to her rightful status as queen. During the entire time of this ordeal, Rhiannon remained steadfast in her own truth. Despite the opinions and judgments of others, you have become the center of attention, however, it may not be in a positive light. This is a position you have rarely found yourself in before, and it bears no comfort to you. Usually you are looked upon as someone who can be trusted for your judgment. However, at present you are surrounded by the doubt of others. Stand solid in your truth. You know within yourself your decisions have been honorable, despite what others may believe. There is another aspect to what is happening in your situation, and the bystanders are unaware of the full scope of this. As a result of your respect for the others involved, you have chosen to keep the details to yourself, which is not helping your cause. Find within yourself the strength and courage to see this through to the end. It's a bit of a rocky road ahead, but you will quickly triumph and find yourself back in the favor of those who doubted you, and they will learn from you. the lesson of standing strong in your beliefs. This is something you could have already gone through or that you're currently facing. And I know that for a fact because of this card, the Strega. Strega is witch, right? But the Strega were often entrusted with not only leading tribes through being the spiritual knowledge givers to tribes, women, especially female witches, men too, but female obviously were more common at this time, were the midwives and would often help women bear children. And if a child died during childbirth, in fact, the Strega or the midwife could be held responsible. And sometimes this was very much the case. You could have been wrongly accused of something that you didn't do, Libra. Something here. Okay. That's kind of a theme that's been playing on these readings, so maybe you're finding that you've been wrongly accused of something, Libra, that you didn't do. Let's see, sacred learning. Master number 22. Okay. Sacred learning. The origin of sacred learning begins at the birth of time. Some may say time is endless, and there is no beginning and no end. Our learning is not dissimilar. There is no beginning and no end. Whilst ever there is breath in our being, we are still learning. Recognizing your spiritual knowledge is a gift from your soul. It is a gift of memories, which you have stored over many lifetimes of experience. Sacred learning comes from your ability to first recognize this knowledge and then believe in yourself to find the courage to integrate it into your life. This isn't airy-fairy feel-good information. There is an internal knowing which guides us all to where we need to be. Mostly we are unaware of the journey we are on and what influences the decisions we make. But the wheels are set in motion from the moment we take our first breath. Become more aware of the importance of your decisions as they influence others around you. You have just made a decision, and the repercussions from this will affect many more people. This may be one of those rare times when you need to justify why you made such a decision. This is not to say it is a bad decision, it is just simply a decision which has ramifications for others. Take time to think through your decision-making process, because this is a time to become aware of how often you rely on your sacred learnings from your soul's past without even knowing you are accessing such wisdom. From this time forward, you will begin to take your inner wisdom more seriously, and you will begin to understand the depth of knowledge that you bring from one life to the next. Congratulations. 1 second, guys. Hi, Libras, we're back. Okay. So, Between Worlds is very much talking about the same aspects that we're dealing with here. We're going in between phases, making decisions that we're not fully comfortable with, but it's inviting you to go in a new direction of your own. So, transitions, not quite being out of one situation and fully engaged in another. Temporary blindness, no man's land. Between Worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is a time when you are unable to see what is ahead. Cultivate your curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. In this place between what was and what will be is a state of making and unmaking, and making again. What is essential now is to admit not knowing. There is a great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life within a divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. The seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you are between the worlds, you are invited to see with the curious eyes of a child, glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do not do so, and you will not be disappointed. Now, the relationship message of this, if you were for my masculines who are in a relationship, this is a time to explore the new energy between you and another. It is not a moment for certainty, but rather for discovery and curiosity. You don't yet know if this will last forever, so allow yourself to explore who you are and what is reflected back to you. This relationship is meant to educate you about yourself. What do you need? What do you like or dislike? What values are important to you? You are in a critical phase of your relationship that is not to be dismissed or hurried. Now, the prosperity message is, in your work, sometimes you try things that have worked for others, hoping that you too will be successful. When this symbol appears, it reminds you that sometimes the path to your prosperity is a gamble. Win or lose, you can learn much from what comes of your wager. It's a good time to bet on your skills and talents in new and different arenas. And that was the message of for the collective at the very beginning. Rely on your skills and talents in changing times. My Libras. It's a good time to bet on your skills and talents in new and different arenas. Remain curious, and with the right combination of timing and luck, you will stumble upon something golden that will be unlike anything you've known before. So, time to trust your skills. Libras, for now, some of you who don't necessarily resonate with that, I'm getting both sides of the argument there, where many of you have tried to model what you've seen working for others to make it work for yourself, realizing, though, that you need to adopt your own individual method and style of doing something. And for others of you, these have been people in your life who have done this to you, who have taken things that your ideas, your creations, your talents, and tried to make it their own or claim credit for your work, your achievements, whatever the case may be. And the masculine in all of us can identify there, because we've all stepped into this energy of knowing when that has happened to us, or if we have done it ourselves. And Libra, I'm gonna call you out, call myself out, and call out anyone who, if you've ever plagiarized or tried to steal someone else's work, you know who you are, you know. But for the most part, Libras, I know you have the skill, so I don't doubt. In fact, I can imagine that many of you have been on both sides of the fence. So it's not something to be triggered by. It's just understanding where you were in your journey at the time. For whatever reason that you had to make the decisions that you had to, Libra, you did it for wherever you were at that time. Okay? No shade here. It's just, this is where you were. This is where you are. This is where you are. The in-between of rediscovering how to wear your crown, you know? And in relationships. So, that's lovely. We read the oracles first today, which was a lot. And I wasn't planning to, but you know what? Here we are. Okay. That's a lot of energy. So we're giving up those relationships and things that don't serve us. I guess that was the overall message. Did we need all that? I don't know, but the history lesson was nice. And you know, it's nice to... That's kind of the point. Like, how many of us are actually sitting down to read, you know? So many of us who are consumed by social media and watching these videos. Not that I want you to stop watching me. Please don't stop watching me. I hope not. Or any of your other favorite readers out there. I have mine. I'm just saying, maybe you will find inspiration going in and learning the knowledge yourself to make it work for you. You know? That's all. Are we doing the same one? Yes. I think we're going to use Tarot of the Abyss, though, for your clarifier. Tarot of the Abyss for your clarifier. Alright, my gorgeous masculines out there. Because you are. I know you are. You know it too. Hey! Okay. Alright. Spirit, what is the divine masculine? Libra. Need to know for their highest and greatest good. On this day of miraculous change, Libra, where you are stepping out of the old into the new, where all that the lessons from the past are just literally being eclipsed out of your life, you know, so that you can take on new ones, you know. Literally take on new ones. Change. Wheel of Fortune. Hey! Wheel of Fortune. Your birth chart is significant. Fixed energy change, and it took a long time. Also, let me tell you what, guys, your journey is coming back around. You could have also people from the past showing up. Your birth chart. You're learning more about your birth chart, too. I feel you guys really wanting to know more about yourselves. For some of you, this has been literally a cycle up to 10 years or more. For many of you. That's the current situation. Where you're being told to focus right now? On the divine feminine, the Empress. Whew. The Empress in all of us. I'm also getting healing of the divine masculine of Osiris. I'm actually getting that. And the feminine, when the feminine comes in to nurture the masculine back to health. That's kind of been a theme on this whole reading. Where you're being told to focus, the Empress. The divine feminine healing of yourself. And learning when it's okay to be in this energy and to be receptive to the healing, because some of you, wherever you've had to be masculine in your life, okay? Again, please don't think I'm talking solely to men or women, or men or women out here. No, we know this. Anyway, we've all had to stand in this energy for a long time that we kind of triggered ourselves into being there. But that can only be this way for so long. It then has to heal. And we need the divine feminine to heal it. But the divine feminine can't heal if it's not being nurtured. This is this balance, okay, that is being fixed now. This nurture between the masculine and the feminine to be receptive with each other, okay? This can also just be a mother figure in your life that you're dealing with, okay? Where you're not supposed to focus right now. Interesting. Page of coin. Lessons, lessons, lessons. Immaturity. It's the child, though. That also feels like the child that is neglected. The Empress's back is to this child. The child is being neglected. The Empress doesn't have what she needs to feed the child. You're not feeling sustained, so the child gets neglected here. For many of us, this was how we were raised, learning how to reparent ourselves. Yes. We're not supposed to revert back to an old lesson, is also what I feel the need to say, because, again, you've already learned this lesson, so why are we going back and repeating it? We shouldn't. Outcome. Let me know if you are dealing with, well, yourself, I guess. Or a Pisces, the Hanged Man. We need to see something differently. We are sacrificing. We're healing. We need to. Time of introspection. Sacrifice. This was heavily depicted in the feminine reading, so for those of you who did not watch that, I highly suggest you go back and watch it. And we have the Tower. In reverse. Coming out of... We're rebuilding now. Rebuilding. So this is what you're letting go, right? Coming out of this Tower. For many of you, yeah, that's the loss of a relationship. For sure. It's the loss of its job loss. That's a lot. That's everything. That's a lot. I'm really being drawn to the Crown. Oh, Hierophant. The Sun. The High Priestess. Goodness, people. And the Moon. Wow. Okay. Interesting story with all this, actually. This High Priestess is all secret. This is what you're carrying inside. This is the hidden knowledge of the universe, right? This is what you wanted to know about your birth chart, where you come from. My divine masculine Libras, you have an incredible dynasty, an incredible heritage, a spiritual authority behind you. Maybe you need to know that. You're rebuilding it. You're literally rebuilding it and getting back in touch. The Sun, Ra, God, Anubis, Apollo, whatever you want to call it, is here for you. This infinite knowledge of the universe. It was blocked for some time. It's being eclipsed now. The eclipse, right? The Tower is the eclipse in this situation, is coming in to eradicate. You're rebuilding. Rebuilding this ancient knowledge that you have, divine guidance, so that you can connect to yourself and see what you're meant to see. You're illuminated. You're enlightened. You'll notice in these cards, the Sun is always depicted behind these figures because they are enlightened, right? They live in the Sun. Estrella. You live in the Sun with your divine feminine so that you can create all that you were meant to create. Okay? This particular High Priestess, this is a self-portrait of the artist herself. And the artist was a feminine, obviously. But women at the time were not allowed to be depicted in paintings. And she, I think, was just on the precipice of that era where female artists were allowed to paint. And she did it of herself. And the High Priestess holds what? The pomegranate veil. Yes? Infinite knowledge of the universe. But this woman was a pioneer because she was doing something for the first time, an artist becoming, right? So that's what I feel like you are, my Libras who are really resonating with here. You have hidden knowledge, especially with the Moon behind her. Oh yeah, you got a lot of hidden knowledge. A lot of hidden knowledge. 6 of Wands behind the Moon. You're hiding your success even after betrayal. Yeah. God, you got a hellified little backstory. You've got a story to tell, Libra. You got your own story to tell. Did you forget? Did you forget you had a story to tell? I feel like telling you that. You have a story to tell. Maybe one that'll even be passed along to your children, because I'm getting kind of like folk heritage here. But it needs to be written down. And with Thoth here, Libra, you are a storyteller. You are a storyteller. You're meant to relay the word of the shadow and the light. Okay? And you're meant to have your most basic passions and desires met. Yes, you are. You're meant to have your desires in this lifetime. That is why we're here. Because I swear, I won't be showing up to my channel to do this unless I feel like there's a message here for somebody. Otherwise, I have no reason to show up. Because there's many times where, yeah, you wonder, maybe you've wondered, like, why am I even here? Don't you dare. You are here for a reason. And even when you think you're not being provided for, or when you're at your wit's end of being able to carry on and you don't know if you can. And you feel like you're being dragged almost to the precipice of giving up every time, but then, poof, it's provided for you. Everything you need. Just by giving your focus and that attention to what's working for you. And maybe raising your vibration a little bit, you know? Focusing on the positive and focusing on the things that are going right in your life. So that you don't keep having to go on pause. You do need to see something differently, my divine masculines. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You're holding on so tight to this. It's not a pentacle. It's a sun. Because it's a sun. It's literally Jesus, right? It's the sun. And we have a page here too. The sun, and the sun literally is a child. Okay? It's the innocence of us. This is what we're here to create. This is about the expansion of our universe, of our species. This is what we're here to do, you know? Also, how do we feel about that? What kind of role in society do you want to play, or be allowed to play? A dictator? All these questions, and these are really relating back to the collective reading I did last year. I might link it. Who knows? Who knows? Alright, let's clarify. Let's get some more answers here, because I feel like whatever you're rebuilding, you had to. You had to. Of course, you want to know why. Things are changing. Major shifts and cycles changing. All of a sudden, boom, Empress. Where you should focus on you, Libra. On you. On you. Put it back on you. In the right way, you know? We have the Lovers. Oh dear. Choice time. Duality. Choice. Also, you might see trees like this. Or noticing two roots growing. Your connections are coming in. Oh boy. Yeah. New connections. 10 of Cups. I'm getting Outlander. Kind of looks like the Outlander thing here. Reaching for something in the future. Yeah. 10 of Cups. Claire had 2 lovers. She loved Frank and Jamie equally. He kind of looks like a Scottish laird. Don't he? Kind of, yeah. Could be James Fraser. Sure. For my Outlander fanatics out there. Okay. Oh dear, 5 of Pentacles. Feeling that disconnect. From the star? Some of you are literally longing for home. Yes, you are. Reaching for the stars. Reaching for the stars. Longing for home. Because you've had that thought. Do you really want to be here anymore? 10 of Swords. Is that what we're battling here, Libra? Do you really want to be here anymore? Don't you fucking dare. On my watch. I want to read that energy. Anyway. You wouldn't be here. If not, so here we go. Show me this Wheel of Fortune. What is this change coming in for Libra? Thank you. King of Wands. Yep. Stepping into some leadership. Confidence. What are you going to do with all this power that you've been given that you didn't even realize you had, that you forgot you had, but you knew you had, but you didn't really know the extent to which you had it? Okay. Okay. 5 of Cups. Come on. Now that's depressing, and that's bullshit, Libra. Why focused on the negative? Focused on the negative? I don't buy it. Now, of course you are, because you just went through a breakup. Yes, you did. It's for somebody. Yeah. 9 of Wands in reverse. That's our wounded warrior. That's our Chiron energy having to deal with that. And you're kind of putting on a bold face here. Brave face. Yeah, I might even add, yeah, Emperor. In reverse. Stoic, stoic, stoic. Come on, Libra. That's that Aries energy. My Emperor is my masculine. Showing up. Showing up. Dealing with our Chiron of our wounded self, our image, or even our public image. How are we being seen for making the choices that we're making? Some choice that you've made here recently. Maybe you're ending a relationship publicly with the feminine, and yeah, that could be it, for sure. People aren't seeing you in the best light right now, and you're wearing your shield of armor. You have heavy intuition, Libra, yes you do. This is your wound that you have to wear. You didn't have proper boundaries. There's something about a boundary. You are protecting yourself. Someone that's likely had access to your information. This could even be knowledge about you, your birth chart, something. People, people who... There's no magic that can be done on you without your consent, by the way. But regardless, you had to have some high-level skill, someone to tap into what they needed to know about you, okay? That made absolutely no sense. I don't even know what I said, but the Emperor and the Empress are here. This cycle is changing. Show me the Empress. He can be stubborn about how he feels. He may not even want to really address how he feels. That's the Emperor in a bad light. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay? My masculine. Ain't looking so good. Here. Okay? You've got a wound that you need to address that you don't want to address. And something about, again, this hand keeps getting hurt. This arm keeps getting hurt. Libra, there was a reading I did... Might have been for you, I can't remember, but someone who had broken an arm, or if you've ever broken an arm, yeah, this reading's for you. Some of you are too defensive, and you don't have to be. You're in warrior mode when you should be in receptive mode or nurture mode, or you need to learn how to not be so overbearing and controlling where this is concerned. You can hurt yourself. Nine of Cups, kind of on its side. This can be overindulgence, so she's not drinking, but she's celebrating. She doesn't really look happy. You know? Well, she is. She's smelling her own garden, like she's doing, tending her own garden. Is supposed to be happy. She's supposed to be happy. Is she? Is she? Wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups. Thank you. Knight of Cups. Okay. So yeah. Supposed to express our feelings, but here, he's working on something. There's a major storm brewing back there, and he's getting the sails. He's getting ready to catch a wave. Ooh. Catching a wave, catching a wave. A wave of happiness. Maybe you are happy. Maybe this cycle, this person you were dealing with, this marriage is over and you're okay with that. But are you? Seven of Cups. There's some confusion here. at least maybe the public is seeing something that's not the truth of what you're actually experiencing. But Queen of Cups. Whoever this feminine is that you're dealing with is heavily in some beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. I'm not saying you're not. It does seem low that my masculine's like you're healing this part of yourself. Maybe even a relationship with your mothers. Heavy water here too, so let me know, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio you could be dealing with, or your person's extremely intuitive, extremely, maybe even empathic a little bit. So, but she is kind of looking over the deck like, you know, examining her cup. There's a lot of emotion going on behind her. A lot of commotion going on about her. Like he's preparing for the wave, and she's just kind of watching and waiting and being receptive. What is this wave gonna bring? Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. 2 queens. And the Hanged One. Okay. So if there was a third party, that's done. We have a Page of Pentacles here. Lessons learned here? Lessons learned in a situation? Let's see. High Priestess. After that, Queen of Wands. Secrets, secrets, secrets. You know, someone knows the identity of this child, or they need to. That could be documents too. A document, something written. Someone discovered something written in like a journal, or someone has written information. Or you need again to write this down. There's a wish, Libra, that you wrote. Secret. Yin and Yang on that High Priestess. What do you know, High Priestess? The Empress again. Come on. It's about your growth and expansion. Also, someone is definitely pregnant here because we're creating it. Need I say more? We're creating it. Libra, you got rid of one bad apple relationship to embrace something very beautiful here. You're meant to have a child with this person. Although you don't want to focus here, it's where you are focusing. You don't want to, there's neglect here. The 2 of Cups. Shut the front door. Maybe you're giving up being in that energy and embracing the Empress inside of you to become this receptive thing. And you guys are really lovable. I've never known actually a Libra masculine, any of my Libra masculines out there. You guys are really great, like, fathers and stuff like that. Just putting that out there. I've never met a bad Libra father. Ever. Just putting it out there. So, okay. This could also be a small business with the Page of Pentacles. He's kind of studious, business, clerk, clergy. So, you let me know, Libra. Whatever you're doing here, though, something is expanding quietly, secretly. It could even be a business, your business, or someone's secret. Yeah, okay, yeah, 4 of Pentacles. Now, interesting. The depiction of this 4 of Pentacles is different from the feminine's 4 of Pentacles. This 4 of Pentacles screams imposter syndrome. Whereas the other one in this deck, the star healing. Okay, Aquarius energy. This one screams imposter syndrome. That's a big ass pentacle. You know what I mean? He's hiding his whole face. It's like he amassed this wealth, but he doesn't want anybody to know how he did it. Maybe you're not going to let anybody know how you did it. That's okay. That's okay. But how did you do it? Did you do it by stealing other people's ideas? Or Did you come up with this on your own? Did you go in, do the work, and get the knowledge? How did you learn how to do this? Is that what people want to know, Libra? Because they feel you holding back on the situation, on the infinite knowledge that you carry. Yeah. You're being told not to focus here. For some of you, maybe you've come into money, wealth, establishment, and people want to know your business, and it's none of their fucking business. Like, fuck. Like, shit. But the only reason I'm reserved to say that is because of this. Like, and I feel like you're healing a foundation with the Tower. You've just come out of this. You really have. Because you're meant to find your own spiritual path through all of this. You're meant to be brought back home to you. Being frugal. We're being frugal. Hopefully not stingy, but see, there's a feminine here who needs help from you. You're in reverse right now. I don't like to see you this way. I really don't. Yeah, the world. There's a child here. And 8. 8. The life cycle. Okay. So we're holding back on our abundance, or being very frugal, or at least we are guarding. We don't want anybody to see us. We're doing this, we're growing this, so maybe someone is having a second child, or a child out of their current relationship. I have to say that. You know, there's something about that. There's something about having a child and the partner that you're currently with, it's like you don't acknowledge this person. Or they don't acknowledge you. It feels like the feminine is not being acknowledged. I have to say that. The feminine is not being acknowledged in this partnership. Whatever that is. Why? I don't know. That's just what it's telling me. But she's well-to-do. She's provided for. Or is she? Something's over. It's done. Finito. Hanged one. Why are you here? Show me the hanged man, please. Where's the hanged man here? Yeah, I knew it. 4 of Cups. Dissatisfaction. Yeah, because we got offered something that we weren't satisfied with. We got an offer. 3 of Swords. Just not satisfied in this connection anymore. I have to tell you. I don't know. Yeah. This bird, this news is literally like bursting out of your heart. You're receiving the news, but it's like you're not happy to hear it. If you're having another child, maybe some of you aren't. I don't know. I don't even want to say that. Do I have to say that? Yeah, I guess I gotta say it. Damn, 5 of Swords. That's some fuck shit right there. What is that? That is not a good energy. It is not. Libras, this outcome is trapped, but it's like, I don't know if that's a prison of your own mind or if someone's literally doing that to you. Someone may have thought that they were trapping you in some kind of a situation, right? maybe even a pregnancy scare or a pregnancy rumor But this person, here's the thing. Maybe the energy, too, that you're releasing yourself from is this. It's kind of a self-sabotage. It's not self-sabotage. Someone is literally, like this guy, he's trapped a fairy in this jar, and it's some fuck shit energy. I gotta tell you, it's not nice. He enjoys torturing things. He enjoys torturing things just for fun, Really the message for Libra. Hopefully this is what you're letting go of. There's 4, 5. Are we elevating here? To the 7. 7 of Wands. You're certainly standing up for something, or standing up for yourself, or you're reclaiming your energy back in some way. Valor. Yeah. 7 of Wands. For some of you, getting also fitness, because this is about physical health, and 7 of Wands can denote exercise. Fitness. So this is fighting for your health. Maybe you're hearing something you really don't want to hear, but you need to hear it. You're getting the word. And it could also, if you're not careful, this could cost you a pretty penny down the road with this 4 Pentacles, so you're saving for a rainy day. And you don't need to save for that kind of a rainy day, Libra. Not when you know the lesson and you can take control over your health now. Take control over your health now is what I feel the need to tell some of my masculine Librans out there. Do it now. Stop fucking around. Okay? Or you will go through this tower. Okay? Hierophant. That could be a spiritual leader, a doctor, someone wiser than you, giving you information, enlightening you with the sun here, okay? Enlightening you with the sun about some secret information that you didn't know you had. This person, you're ignoring something. You're ignoring something that you know. Might have even ignored an omen that you were given by someone. Okay, don't let yourself be the case. I know you're smarter than that. I know you are. 8 of frickin' Cups. What? But you want to walk away. Maybe some of you will. Maybe some of you will. What's the advice for Libra and my masculines, please? What's the advice for my masculines? It's not going to go away till you deal with it. That's where I really feel the need to tell you 9 of Swords. Some of you have like insomnia, pressure. You can't sleep and you're not going to be able to sleep until you deal with this thing head on. 10 of Wands. It is your burden to carry. It is your burden to carry here, my dears. It's something to do also with your health. I'm really getting that for you guys. Health, 9 of Swords. This could be, mental. It's very mental, but I'm getting insomnia. Some of you are not sleeping. And she's holding her heart. You could have a heart condition. There's an energy attached to you right now that you need to release, okay? You need to call back your power and you need to release it. Someone had access, so we go elevated from the 9 to the 10, okay? Of Wands. Someone had access to you or your birth chart information. This could be a doctor's chart, a doctor's analysis. You got the news. It stressed you out. 5 of Cups. Because you were really looking at the negative. You thought, to maintain this bill of health. King of Wands. I'm a shapeshifter, but I'm supposed to be this leader, be this strong warrior. But I've gotten some news that's going to really wreck my frickin' world. And if I don't do something about it now, yeah, it's going to be a lot of work, and I will tell you that some of you won't see evidence of this even improving in your lives for up to a year from now. But you have to start doing the work now. You understand? And in about a year, this situation will improve. That's the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay? That's what I'm getting. Tower moment for my masculines here. You're going to heal from this. You will. You will. But you need to handle it now. You need to get on top of it now. Okay? Get on top of your health. Okay? Temperance. Yeah, healing. Health. Health. That's a doctor. Okay? I'm not kidding. You need to cut out drinking. Also, the devil on top of the deck. This is, I knew Saturn was in here somewhere. This is the lesson that we're dealing with right now. Okay? That is going to keep you stuck, and Saturn's going to come through and hold you down and keep you bound until you deal with this thing. The someone or you is dealing with possibly an issue of addiction, alcoholism. Okay? Got a lot of cups here. Got a lot of cups here. All right? We are abundant in consuming these cups as well. It's made us expand in every way. So we need to get on top of this. Get on top of this. Get on top of our health. Right? Okay. We're going to do that. I'm going to keep drilling it home until you guys hear it too. If you don't like the message, then click off. I understand, but this is the message for you today. My divine masculines, wherever you are, even my divine femmes who need to hear it, you need to hear it. So hear it. There, you heard it. Okay. This is your burden to carry. Okay? Can't pass this one off on anybody. You gotta hear it. Yep, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. And you will. I know you will. Because in a year from now, you're going to be in the best health of your life. And probably the best shape of your life. Doing what you were always meant to be doing. But get on top of it now. You know. You know. I know you know. So that you can be here. And you can be here for your children. Okay. Some of you are older. Okay. All right. Let's look at some signs for you, Libra. Signs in nature. What a reading. Sunrise. New creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. The sun comes out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Let the sun come out, Annie, tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Pointing a finger, tried to come out, wishbone, good news. Good news. Wishes being granted. Good news in your favor. Marriage. Door. Hello. A lot of messages for you. Broken ring. Parting of the ways in either romance or business. Here is a door of opportunity waiting for you. Pleasure with a close friend. Lily, spiritual love. You're being supported. You're being supported. You are loved in spirit. Older woman, dealings a relationship with an older woman. Okay. Rat. Eek. Someone working against you behind your back. And parrot. Someone will gossip and tell all your secrets. Yes. Okay. I don't know who wasn't supposed to know, but they know now. And anyway, but those of you who need to know also know. So there you go. Okay, so now we can get ahead of that. Get ahead of it. Torch. Okay. Libra, you have, and it landed on Thoth. Thoth, marriage. counsel, wise counsel. Some of you are going to be getting married with both. You came out of a marriage. You have pleasure with a close friend, dog, close up. Pleasure with a close friend. Okay, you have broken ring, period, parting of the ways in either romance or business. Now that could be this partnership, something here. Older woman, dealings a relationship with an older woman. She does not have to be Caucasian or Asian. She just could be an older woman in your life, okay? She could look like this, though. All right. Torch. Spiritual love, development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. A torch. Some of you are shopping, like on Temu. Okay. Spiritual love. You're being shown the way. Shown the way. The torch. Ace of Wands. Good news. Good news. Good news. Ear. You could be hearing, your ears could be ringing a lot as well. Ears ringing. It looks like the left ear. Could be the left ear. Yeah. Left ear. Left ear is gossip. Wishbone. A wish being granted. And spiritual love. Lily. Lily and a door. Opportunities are waiting for you. Door. That door also kind of looks like the Wheel of Fortune to me. Yes. Now, these did not flip. So this is more subconscious. Might be energy that you've already come out of. We have changes in your life. Moon energy. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Moon. We have a bouquet. Compliments from an admirer. I dropped it. Bouquet of flowers. There's a lot of flowers here on this Empress. You have a bow. You are highly thought of. Bow. Okay. And you have basket. Basket. Recognition, reward for merit. Fruit basket. Goods. Goods, food. You have plenty. Plenty. This is what you don't see. By the way, the moon's hiding it for you. That eclipse. You're more heavily thought of than you know. And the work, I also feel the need to tell you, Libras, that the work you do is greater than you know. Far greater than you will ever know. In fact, many of you, the work that you're doing now, you're not meant to know in this lifetime how great. It'll be something that will be enjoyed by future generations, your future generations. So give them something to enjoy, Libra. Yeah, I bury myself in work to forget you. I don't know who said that. Someone is escaping in work to get away from the memory of you. What would you say to your person? I'm starting to understand our connection. I'm starting to understand our connection. What would you say to your person, Libra? What else? Anything else? What else would Libra? Thank you. I wish I could take back my words. If there was some harsh communication said or done over here, someone wishes they could take that back. Not being such a control freak, whatever the case may be. Sorry, I gotta call a spade a spade. I know. If it ain't yours, don't take it, Libra. Alright, what would your person say to you? Thank you. I wish I had treated you better. Your person wishes they had treated you better. Yeah. I don't react when people mention you. This person's hiding how they feel about you or what they feel about you, and they especially don't let others know what they feel about you. Yeah. For sure. Who is this for Libra? You don't know how hard it was to let you go. I wish I could share my good news with you. We both know I'm not the one for you. Yeah. Okay, so for my Libras who are dealing with a case of someone you thought you were meant to spend this life with, okay? You really thought this was your person. They're not. They're not. I know you know. But you thought they were, okay? Anyway, maybe you're finding out too that this person's gone on. May even have children with new partners. You may have children with new partners too, Libra. That's part of what we're seeing here, right? This is, that's not only it, that's just part of it. What I feel like, there was such suppression in this relationship because there were too many controlling factors. There was just knowing better when you knew better. Not doing better when you know better. That's partly it. Okay? Hades could have had Persephone through mutual means, but he took her by force instead. Because he didn't trust in himself to be able to attain her otherwise, which was kind of sad, you know. But then coming from the dark, gloomy place in which he dwelt, maybe. But again, that's like focusing on the negative. When you let yourself go to these darker places and you stay there too long, you start to lose faith in yourself. You lose confidence in yourself as the King of Wands. You don't see yourself the way the world actually sees you. And someone, it's like they've lost their light. Like the sun has blocked, the eclipse has blocked how people really see you and how you should be seen as the spiritual authority that you are, the knowing one, the knowing self, the all-knowing self, especially with the High Priestess. That's a marriage. This is like the inner marriage of, like, if any two spiritual things needed to be married in the tarot, it's these two right here, you know, Hierophant and the High Priestess. There was also getting like a hidden marriage, quiet marriage. Maybe you are marrying someone or you're doing it quietly. Something about that. Okay. Or it's in secret. You have your reasons, Libra. You have your reasons. Why you feel the need to, I don't know. But there you have it. I don't want to leave your reading right there. I feel like there's something else that needs to be, well, I don't know. Is this it for Libra? For the masculines? What are they walking out of? What are they moving into? High Priestess. Hermit. An arrow. Needing to surround yourself with protective energy. She-wolf. Okay. Harness mystic power. This High Priestess, right? This High Priestess that keeps coming out is internal, inner knowledge. With the Hermit, it's internal, and the gifts that you share within. You need to protect what it is that you know. Or you need to protect the one who knows it. Okay? Hermit always gives me Merlin energy, and this is going on, could be going on walkabout. Could be going into like a yogic practice, or when you meditate, how to shield and protect and cloak your energy. Your knowledge is ancient, I'm trying to tell you. With her here, and there's Bast, Bastet. Protector of women in childbirth. Yeah. Protect your person. Protect your person. You also will be shown which way to go, the arrow. Okay? Libras. Wow. What a reading. I hope something in here found you that was meant to find you, that needed to find you at this time. Thank you for watching this 3-hour reading. Oh my God. Libras, I'm sending you all my love. I hope something served you here. Thank you so much. I will talk to you soon. Take care.